Hello everyone, welcome to Mohan's Teaching Corner. Today we are going to discuss about the adolescence and aspects of development like physical, mental, social, emotional and educational implications, and which is very essential for your deputy educational officers, diet lecturers and NCERT SCERT lecturers recruitment purpose. Okay, it is very important, and do subscribe and like my channel. Let us have look into the chapter detailing. So definition of adolescence. So this age typically between 10 to 19 years according to the Wealth Organization, okay, World Health Organization, and it is a transitional period. So marks the transition from childhood to adulthood with a significant biological and psychological changes, and sometimes it is extended adolescence. So modern research suggests that adolescence may extend into the early 20s due to continuous brain development. So let us have look into this one. Why this educational officers should know this point. Okay, so NEP, National Education Policy 2020 emphasized on holistic and development of adolescence during the critical period, and National Curriculum Framework 2023 highlight the stage specific pedagogical approach. So adolescence is the period of vulnerability and opportunity. So educational officers must design the appropriate system according to the adolescent needs. So teacher educators need to prepare teachers with the adolescent specific strategies. So here we are going to discuss about the physical development of adolescence. Okay, puberty, brain maturity gap, sleep cycle shift. So puberty, hormonal changes trigger growth spurts and sexual maturation also happens, and secondary sex characteristics also develops. So then one more thing, brain maturation gap. So limbic system emotions develops earlier than prefrontal cortex, that is a decision making going to be happen. So sleep cycle shifts. So biological clock also shifts, making adolescent naturally sleep later and wake later. Okay, they will sleep evening or late night and they will wake up very late in the morning. That is a sleep cycle shift. So what is the education implications you should follow? So physical education program should be inculcated, and adequate nutrition food should be given, and appropriate scheduling for the academic activities and co-curricular activities, and body image education also essential. So the physical development in adolescence includes the puberty, like brain maturity gap and sleep cycle shift. Say mental cognitive development. So as per the Piaget, formal operations takes place. So the ability to think about the abstractity, considering hypothetical situation and engaging the deductive reasoning. So they are not in the real world, they are in the hypothetical world, and they think about the abstract things, love, affection, something like that. Then Vygotsky, zone of proximate development. So gap between what learner can do independently with the guidance and crucial for the scaffolding learning. Then Elkind, adolescent egocentrism. So here the imaginary ideas and personal fable influence the adolescent thinking and behavior. So this is more of egocentric, something like that. Then what is the teaching strategies for the adolescent for cognitive development? So the teaching should be based on the problem based learning. So let the our young students engage in adolescence with the complex and real world problems that requires the critical thinking. Let them have debate and discussions. So encourage the let them have the debates and discussion, and also let us encourage to have the logical argumentation. Then metacognitive reflect. So we should guide the students to analyze their own thinking process and learning strategies, and the project based assessment. So the evaluation must be a multi-phase project that demonstrate the abstract reasoning and abilities. So these are the teaching strategies for the cognitive development. Okay, one is problems based learning, debates and discussions, metacognitive reflection, projects based assessment. Then social development. So as per the Erikson, identity versus role confusion takes place in this particular adolescence. So adolescents actively explore and form their personal and social identity. So they are more eager to get the personal attention and have the social identity, and there is a more influence of the peer group, like same age group, what they, so peer relations become increasingly important and shape the values behavior. So whatever the peers doing, the same thing the adolescent child will do. Okay, then what is the education implementation you have to do as the educational officer? So implement the bullying measures. So there is a, as you know that there is a ragging is there, that you need to stop, and anti-bullying. So stop them bullying things. So like let them have the opportunity to express themselves. Okay, you should provide career guidance according to their identity expression, according to their skills and likes and dislikes. So the social development takes place, like there is a controversy thing, there is a contradictory things between identity and role confusion. Okay, then emotional development. This is the very crucial period, adolescent period. In this, there is the emotional development takes place. Intense emotions. So adolescent experience the heightened emotional response due to hormonal changes and brain development. Due to brain development and hormonal changes, their thinking, the emotions also changes. Then mental health. So promoting mental health literacy, reducing the stigma, essential for the adolescent well-being. Then regulation skills, develop the emotional regulations for the key development tasks during the period. Then SEL strategy, what is that? Social emotional learning programs. So which help the adolescent build self-awareness and relations skills. The emotional developments like intense emotions, regulation skills, mental health, and SEL strategies. So what is the classroom implications you have to do? So instruction method, use the collaborative learning approach. Okay, so you have to inculcate the technology. Okay, allow the student to choice and let them have freedom. Then what is the assessment you have to do? Implement various assessment methods. So you have to give the proper constructive way of feedback and focus on growth rather than fixed abilities. You should have let them have growth in their career. The assessment should be like that. Then inclusion climate. So you should create the environment should be an inclusive environment, like people are average, below average, and excellent people. Let them have the, everybody should get the opportunity to learn and express themselves. Address diverse learning needs. Not everybody learns in the same pace, so you have to respect the, somebody learns very fast, some people are learn very slowly, so you have to respect them, and you have to encourage them have the positive relationship with their peer group as well as the teachers and students and parents. So these are the things, classroom implications. As an education officer or diet lecturer, you should do the same thing. Then what you have to do, policy anchors, NEP, National Education Policy 2020 and National Curriculum Framework 2023. Okay, here NEP recommend holistic development focus, then flexible curriculum with the reduced content load, experimental learning approach, and life skills which help them to ready for the 21st century. And there's a mental health support system. So NCF 23 highlights that age-specific pedagogical approach, competence-based learning outcome, integration of academic and vocational education, continuous assessment framework, teacher preparation for the adolescent education. Here, like case Vignette classroom management. So ninth class is constantly disruptive. If you observe the in a higher secondary education, like from ninth class is the consistent disruptive, with the students showing the resistance to a teacher's instruction, engage of task behavior. The school principal asks to the deputy officer the suggest the strategies. So like if you see the this is like a case, if ninth class student is almost disruptive, okay, and they never follow the instructions of the teacher. So as the education officer, what strategies you have to do? So first of all, you have to observe the classroom is dynamic, it changes, and it dynamic specific triggers and patterns. So you have to collaborate with the teachers and to develop the age appropriate engagement strategies in the particular class. So you have to implement the like student voice initiative and co-create classroom norms. So you have to give the opportunity, interact with the students, and you have to create the classroom environment, like respect to the teachers, and let them have the proper discipline in the class. So that is the thing. So common misconceptions about the adolescence, here it is mentioned as adolescents are rebellious by nature. So in reality, most adolescents maintain the positive relationship with the parents, teachers, while seeking the appropriate autonomy. So they need to have the independence, as well as many people, most of the adolescent students maintain the positive relationship with the parents and teachers, okay, and they need to have some appropriate authority. Then independent, then adolescent moodness is just hormones. So this is a misconception, but really is brain developments, social pressure, identity formation contribute to the emotional experience. So in that particular period, their brain develops, and social pressure, their peer pressure is there, and identity formation is contribute to such type of moodiness. Okay, so that is a part. So adolescent can't make good decision. So this is a misconception in the society. But however, with the support and guidance, adolescent can develop strong decision making skills. So peer pressure always negative. So this is a misconception. So peer influence can be positive. Okay, it motivating the academic achievement and pro-social behavior. So this is a misconception, and what is reality is there. If you want to, you can take the screenshot of this. Then monitoring indicators for the officers and lecturers. So as a educational officer, what you have to do? Okay, physical access the, if the school provides the adequate facilities for physical activity, nutrition, and health education. So you have to monitor whether the playground is there, not proper nutrition are they getting or not, whether they are getting the health education or not. So then you have to curriculum implication. So whether they are following the curriculum as it is mentioned. Okay, so you have to evaluate whether teachers the teaching methods are like appropriate to the adolescent cognitive development needs, and whether they are getting the social emotional support. So you should you should monitor and implement that counseling services for the emotional learning programs. Okay, then teacher preparation, ensure that your teachers receive the specialized training for in handling the adolescent students. So adolescent development appropriate pedagogical strategies should be teach to the student, so that teachers can be prepare for the same. So let us have some quick recap. Okay, development opinions and strategies. So like appropriate physical education, nutrition support should be there, sleep hygiene awareness should be there, and we discussed about the cognitive, like abstract thinking tasks, critical reasoning activities, metacognitive strategies, and social collaborative project should be there, identity exploration is there, then leadership opportunity. So emotional thing, regulation skills, mental health literacy, stress management techniques. So these are things we learn. Okay, so what books you have to refer? Okay, so you can download like from the Ministry of Education, National Education Policy 2020, read clearly, and National Curriculum Framework also you have to obtain from the NCERT, and UNICEF Adolescent Development Framework should be also there. Then some of the things are there like Stenberg 2020, okay, Piaget books related you have to write, Erikson book also you have to write. So as a education leader and teacher, we must apply the development uh, understanding in policy implication, ensure that teacher preparation program address the adolescent needs, creative support education environment for the adolescent thriving. So you should monitor and regularly evaluate the adolescent focused intervention. So you can do subscribe to get the appropriate educational content relevant to your deputy educational officer or diet lecturers or NCERT lecturers or teacher educator. Even it is also helpful for the B.Ed and M.Ed and diet students also. Do subscribe and share with your friends. If you have any doubts, you can join my Telegram channel as well as WhatsApp channel. Thank you. All the best for your coming examination.